look at this. Somebody come look at this. Chocolate, y'all know I don't. I ain't got to tell you. Because I ain't got to tell you right what you already know. I got a booger in my nose. Now that's going to be annoying. We're going to have to get that out. See? A breathe in, breathe out, a breathe in. Hey, Poopa Stars. It's your girl, Shay Renee, and y'all know I've been rapping my hair. So shout out to that. Hey, y'all. Hi. Oh, my God. Here y'all go. Here y'all go. Good morning. Good morning. But y'all know I'm funny about them comments a little bit. Because, like, yeah, YouTube be tripping. Child, I didn't wrap my hair the hell up. Because it is what it is. I like... Hi, good morning, sweetie. I probably could have cut the comments out, though. So have a good day. Having an amazing day, Poopa Stars. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, though. Period. Y'all know I mean well. And I love to, like, yeah, we're going to get there. And, yeah. Probably, like, I don't know. Y'all know I be cutting them on and off. But when I first started, I like to cut them off. Because, well, first of all, let me just tell y'all something. I wasn't finna go live. Oh, I'm cooking. Hold on. Yeah, I just had to. Yeah, no. I had to scoot up on y'all. Yeah, I said hold on. I said, hold on. Oh, I keep clicking the button and it will not. Y'all, it won't let me cut my camera on. There you go. I said I just had to scoot up on y'all because y'all know I will. Period. I said, y'all know I will. Like, what? 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 I'm saying take the what and leave the what. It never gave that. You know what I'm saying? It never gave that. I ain't scared of shit. Ha! So shout out to that. Well, it is what it is. But y'all know me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know me. I'm a private person. So it is what it is. I wasn't going to go live today, but I was like, man, fuck all that. Bump all that. You see? I done chilled a little bit. Got a little bit of time to myself this morning. Because y'all know me. Well, y'all do know me. But y'all don't know everything about me. So shout out to that. Gotta leave some type of mystery, right? I'm cooking. Y'all hear my food? Ooh, my food is cooking, baby. That's why I had to. Y'all hold on. Hold on. Hold on. So anyway, y'all hit the like button. And let's continue. So what was I telling y'all? Yeah, hold on. Let me think. I said, let me think. Let me cut this volume up. Y'all need it. You see? Yeah. Child, I'm cooking, baby. Remember I told y'all I was gonna make me some beans. Period. I got my beans going for my family. Yeah, I got my good old chili beans going. Period. So shout out to that. Hold on. I'm trying to multitask. Now, yeah, like I was telling y'all, I was like, man, please, I'm gonna get on live. It just is what it is. Cause let me tell y'all something. I said, let me tell the inspiring creator something. Like, if you new to YouTube or you know what I'm saying, you thinking about making you a YouTube or even just a content creator, period. First of all, shout out to that and shout out to you. Now, secondly, shoot, because I got something I want to tell y'all. Let me stir up my meatball. I just want to say, damn, hold on, because I did have something to say. yeah, like if you want to make money online, you're gonna have to be online. Truth is, like Fantasia said, you know. So my son and I, we have talks all the time about entrepreneurship and stuff like that. And one thing that I want him to know that is important, I let him know. You know what I'm saying? Is that you know, um, to me, entrepreneurship is 2 times the work. You know, maybe even more. Because I don't care. The truth is, when you are an entrepreneur, usually you probably work round the clock. Seriously, round the clock. Like you'll be up, it'll be rare for you to take a break from work, and that's just being real. You know, unless you're very disciplined and you're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna make some time for and it usually don't work like that. Like literally, every time your eyes open, you usually focus on content. That's the truth. At least that's been my experience. So with that being said, sometimes even when you don't even feel like it, right? You gonna have to do something to make yourself feel better. Shoot, like the man said on Players Club. I'm just saying, shit. Hey, yeah. Shy. So, anyway, what else is going on? Let me cut this down a little bit, because I feel like those is just blazing. And, like, I know, like, why it take beans so long to cook? Cook in the first place. But anyway, so I was like, yeah. Woke up this morning. This morning went really, really great. Really, really great. Took care of my business, handled my business, I'm a parent first type shit. Y'all know that. Thank you, Jesus, thank you, Lord. I swear, I'm not trying to take it for granted. He knows my heart though. So anyway, yeah. Got the kids out to school. All of that went really, really well. Really, really well. Especially considering that this is their last week of school. Child. They said, oh, Poopa Stars, we could be rocking and rolling for 3 weeks. But I'm ready for it. I'm ready for all the, winter time stuff. I can't believe my baby asked me the other day. Matter of fact, I want to say it was just yesterday. He asked me, can we go to a water park? And I'm like, now listen, it's the winter time, sir. He's like, no. He's like, oh yeah, I forgot. It's cold outside. I'm like, yeah, I know. Like how you forget every day before you come outside without your clothes at school. Speaking of school, I was gonna start making my little complaints, because I do have some. Oh yes, baby. Oh yes, sure do, Miss Precious Girl. You know what I'm saying? But I guess I won't, But I don't think nobody from my baby's school be on my stuff, so thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah. Because I ain't trying to, because I do talk about the school from time to time, but I really don't be saying nothing bad. I sure don't. Go back and check it, baby. And then, yeah, I feel like Sheree. All at the same time, eating back at the ranch. But, nah, I don't be saying nothing out of line. And I wasn't gonna say nothing right now besides the fact that like um I think schools should have a better means of communicating. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't explain it, but like, you know, like how can I explain it? Like for instance, for me, yes, I do feel like I'm a Karen sometimes because you know some stuff I get frustrated with, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure it makes total sense because everybody has their icks, right? There's the things that bother them or whatnot, whatnot. And when it comes to my children, hell yeah, you damn right I'm gonna be bothered. You know, if I don't like certain stuff, you know, and I just feel like teachers aren't considerate enough sometimes. Shit, let's talk about it. 'Cause my baby shouldn't be leaving school without their jacket anyway. You know, like I mean, that's just how I look at stuff. Sometimes, I mean, that's how I look at this particular situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I be feeling like if I was an elementary school teacher, there's no way that now maybe high school. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, high school that's different. Big kids that's different. Now little bitty small kids now like hello you know bye. Have a good evening. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy that your day has come to an end and I'm glad mine's about to too. You know, do you have everything before you leave? You know? But maybe I would be like that because I'm a parent on the receiving end and like I've been a parent for 20 plus years now and yeah, hit the like button. Shout out to that. So for 20 plus years now I've been dealing with inconsiderate teachers sending their kids, you know what I'm saying, sending the kids out of school, and especially because I'm not the type, I don't buy mittens and muffins and all that shit there. You know, but make sure my baby got his code. And I take it a step further. Even if the teacher don't remember, God damn it, what the hell monitors out there doing besides ushering? You know, like simple and plain, child. But shit, I be doing so much complaining. Well, not like that. But, you know, um, what was it, last year? I want to say last year was a rocky school year for me. A little bit. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even say for my kids, more for me. Because I was complaining about certain shit that I didn't like. And I want to say the year before that. So this year right here, I've been chilling. You know what I'm saying? I've really been just letting them make it. Even when I don't agree with something, I just let them make it. Probably why I'm out here complaining to y'all. Venting to y'all on this beautiful Thursday. But anyway, yeah. Child, we about to kick it for 3 weeks. No school. And I ain't tripping at all. We'll see y'all next year. Baby, enjoy y'all break. Because we sure will. Period. So the kids got out to school this morning. It was this morning got out to a wonderful start. Child, no complaints. But I was like, I'm not going live. Y'all know, because I be telling y'all all the time, child, this ain't that. I don't work for Nike. No, ma'am, Pam. You see, I'm not into forcing shit. And so, I was like, nah, I'm just gonna chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna kick back with my feet up. It is what it is, like that. Like, I feel like I don't know how to do that enough, if that makes sense. But, you know, it is what it is. That is a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But, Yeah, I was like, no, you know, I don't know why my beans giving like they could use a little bit of water, but you know how you don't want to, when you got your seasoning, you feel like you got your juice just right, you don't want to, but it's all good. Try my bad. I know that probably was annoying as hell, me click, 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 clacking, especially because I cut this on the plate. But anyway, I don't always have time for that proper shit, you know, to do it the proper way. Fancy. But yeah, I got right on with it with that plate. But yeah, people stores, there really ain't much going on these internet streets, child. It's not. You know, it's crazy. One thing let me tell y'all something that I find funny about this shit right here that I do. I find it very funny how, like, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button too. Scoot up in here like a bumper car and hit the like button. That's how people know extra, extra. They can come read all about what I'm talking about when I'm live. But anyway. So let's tell you what's crazy about this. You can literally, like, you could be online and you could say, let's say I'm talking about Beyonce. And y'all know I hardly ever talk about my good Texas sis. Shout out to her. But no, this ain't that. But let's say I'm talking about Beyonce. I just want to make an example real quick. So, hold on. Remember I told y'all I needed some lemons for my yukon. Good to know. I done found two. Miss Preston Curry, you had two for that lemon, for that Kool-Aid yesterday. But anyway, speaking of some Kool-Aid, I'm gonna give me a little sip. While I talk that talk with y'all. So anyway, let's say I'm talking about Beyonce, and I could be like, cause you know, one thing about Beyonce, one thing I know, two things for sure, Beyonce ain't never coming up off that blonde hair. Let's just say I said something like that for an example. And then I go on Instagram and child Beyonce be on there with a red wig looking like sexy red. You know, like, it's crazy how it works, man. But anyway, because I was telling y'all, didn't I just tell y'all? I was like, I like how Blueface baby mamas is paying him dust and they ain't really paying him no mind like that. He shot that little, you know, slug or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, out there. And, you know, they didn't take the bait. They didn't bite. They like, if you so happy with this girl over here, then what is it? What you know? You so happy with her, what you talking about us for? Like, I thought that was the energy that both of them was going to continue for years, right? Child, but it definitely didn't get that from Chrisean. Chrisean, big. She took the bait. But y'all know who ain't surprised? Shay Renee. Because I told y'all, I was saying that, oh yes, that's gonna be good. I was telling y'all, did I pour some? I don't think I put no Worcestershire sauce in here yet. Anyway, I was telling y'all that I said Jaden is kind of over the antics. You know, Jaden just a little bit, not completely. Like Jaden, people don't. I can't explain it, but y'all be Jaden this, Jaden that, and Jaden be just like Chrisean. She just, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, Jaden is not that far out from Chrisean. Now she is like, I can't explain it. They just two different people with two different personalities, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because they a lot alike. Like I was gonna say, Chrisean is a live wild, but shit, Jaden is too. Like they both are really wild girls to me. But anyway, Um, Jaden pretty much done been through the motions. Bless. And she learned how to heal herself behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Well, not. Y'all make sure I hit the like button. Ooh. Ooh, that Kool-Aid was so good. Lord. Hold on, let me get another sip. Yeah. But no, I don't need no more. I'm not gonna have no more. I'm not gonna have none more. I'm gonna drink water for the rest of the day. But anyway, well, I might get a little bit later on with my dinner. So anyway, what was I telling y'all? Yeah, I told y'all just yesterday. I was like, you know, what I told, let's do a recap of yesterday. Basically, yesterday I came online. Shout out to that. And shout out to everybody who joined me. Period. That's what I like that. I like that. So anyway, I came online yesterday and I was telling y'all how, you know, basically, you know, they trying to make it seem like Blueface little girlfriend, Nevada, the little live-in situation he got going, might be pregnant. Right? And so off of that, I was basically saying that like it's gonna bother Christian the most because you know Christian is the last baby mama, right? She's gonna be in her feelings about it. Jaden, on the other hand, she already knows what it feels like because she didn't deal with it with Christian. You know what I'm saying? She done already got her ooh she walla oochie bang bang got the way. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It ain't gonna affect her as much, but it's still gonna affect her because this is one thing I know. Two things to show. I feel like Jaden is probably somewhere trying to get it together for real from here on out because she has realized now that her life is changing a lot. You know, especially if Blueface goes on to keep having kids like he act like he wanna do. If he act like he want to keep having kids, like he act like he want to do, you know, the old Blueface might be gone. And I take it a step further. He might be gone anyway, y'all. Y'all know the one that act like Country Wayne and pay all your bills? You know, uh, you know, what's it called? Prison might have been a really big blessing in disguise for him because, shit, you know, he got relieved of that, I feel like, you know. Child, but that's another story for a whole nother day. But I do like the fact that he was, you know, man enough to do it, though. It just is what it is. I like that. Especially because he felt like if he felt like he could afford it. But anyway, shoot. Um, Now though, I'm not sure that Blueface is around anymore. You know, like I don't know, cause he did it before, and that might be just you know how he get down a little bit. Cause I do know he do be giving the girls money. Like remember Hazel E. Now remind you, everybody keeps talking about how broke Blueface is. He broke, he broke, he broke. But shoot, he was around Hazel E for 2 weeks and gave her some money. You know? So, I said all that to say, who knows? You know what I'm saying? I do not know. I just got a feeling that Blueface, baby, he might be gone. And so anyway, if so, I feel like Jaden gonna be okay because I feel like you know she got the memo. You know, I think Jaden understand what time it is now for real. I think she realizes that all that sitting around letting Blueface pay her bills, you know, that might be over for now, at least for now. But who knows? I don't know, child. I do not know what he then came home and picked back up and started doing. But I would doubt it if it's anything like it was before he left. You know, because he act like he in his feelings a little bit about the girls uh leaving him for Rounds of Red in jail, baby. You left him for then, you left him for then, you left nothing then. Like Mama D said, child. Mm-hmm. But anyway, child had to listen, had to pack shit up with his mama. That's crazy. But God works in mysterious ways. And that I ain't mad at. Cause you know, it's sad when you can't get along with your mama. You know what I'm saying? If nobody else on earth, you're supposed to be able to get along with your mama. So anyway, shout out to that. Now, speaking of the boy mama, so he done got his crazy ass online. See, that's why I said, just when you think he got some good sense, you just realize that he ain't too much far out from Christian. That's why they work. They crazy. Both of them. Both of them is, yeah. They nuts. You see? And, but now, Blueface, if you ask me, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to use my common sense on this. And my common sense tells me that the fella be online like everybody else. He be in the comments, you know? And the comments been saying for years, his mama act like she want to sleep with him. His mama act like she want to sleep with him. And let me just give my opinion on that right now while I'm talking about it. I don't think his mama act like she want to sleep with him. I don't. I have not seen one thing that gave she want to sleep with him. Not one thing. That's really weird. You know what I'm saying? That would be really weird. Now I do know a little bit, not too much, y'all. I don't know too much. But I did hear something about whatever she had supposed to have taught the brother when he was young. Now see, I don't know all that. I don't know all the details and all of that. You know what I'm saying? From Carlissa. You see, I don't. What I get from Carlissa is I get like she almost like a helicopter parent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, now let's talk about it. What I get from Carlissa is she just extra nosy too. You know what I'm saying? It take a nosy ass mama to do the shit that Carlissa do. But like, come on now. Think about it. Let's keep it real. For real. Let's just use our good senses here. Another thing that I get from Carlissa, who allegedly, hey, people stars, if you just get here, hit the like button. It's your girl, Shay Renee, and I want to welcome y'all back to my channel and back to a new show. Hold on, I just have to say that real quick because I don't even know if I gave y'all that intro, my little intro. But anyway, y'all know she was allegedly in Soul Plane. Okay. So, but again, let's talk about it. When it comes to Carlissa, I do not get, you know what? Let me see if I got some. Let me see if I got sauce. Just the sauce. I don't see nothing. No, damn, I can't think of them kind of tomatoes. But yeah, it's all good. Anyway, let me see. Hold on, y'all. So y'all, okay, like I was saying, y'all know she was allegedly in Soul Plane, right? Okay, we know that. We got that out the way. What happened to my plate? There you go. Let me put a little bit more seasoning here in here. I kind of want this to be extra seasoning when I'm thinking about it. Yeah, a little extra. I want this to be a little extra because this ain't none of the flavor. Child, let me hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Multitasking. I can multitask like Megan, brother. I like that. I wonder what Megan he was talking about though. Was he talking about the stallion on that? I think he was, but I'm not sure. But K-Dot, to me, I don't know why. He seemed like he wanted to send Megan Thee Stallion a shout out, but you know, I feel like if he wanted to, he would have. But yeah, I don't know. I was just paying attention. And if you really, really pay attention to that, you know, then that'll tell us if Drake be tripping with Megan a little bit or not. And to me, he do. But anyway, back to Qualissa. So Qualissa. Qualissa was allegedly on Soul Plane. Qualissa allegedly had a couple of celebrities try to talk to her, she says, which she's really proud of. What she seems really proud of. And then she also says that she paid money, God bless me, to get Blueface's career going. You know what I'm saying? Like Qualissa says that she put money on Tatiana. Now I don't know, don't quote me, because I don't know if it was the original version of Tatiana, right? Or I don't know if it's the one that Cardi B got on. I'm not sure, I can't remember. She damn sure said it though. But anyway, now, so what I gather from it is Qualissa is just a overbearing mother. Qualissa is but she a little off too, if you ask me. You know, I feel like something could be. I'm not saying this like it's actual and factual, because y'all know I'm here, there, I'm everywhere to get the tea, but I ain't been in no doctor's offices with nobody, so shout out to them. Yeah. Seemingly a little cuckoo, right? And so, and a clout chaser. Now y'all know I don't necessarily call that a clout chaser. Clout chaser to me is something totally different, but that's the definition that y'all gave it. The people gave it. So let me get, you know, I'm just gonna go with that, right? Now with that said, yeah, and I feel like it's all for clout. I do. I feel like it's all for clout. Shoot, I feel like Qualissa wants a certain bag. You know what I'm saying? It's clear, it's evident. Look how many people mamas sit back and be behind the scenes. But it's some mamas that work too though. You know, like as soon as I said that, that sentence came rolled off my tongue. I immediately thought about DDG's mother. It's lots of mothers who work though. You know, and look at NLE Chopper mama, and look at NBA young boy mama. But one thing I can say though, even the mothers who do be on the scene, they don't be on the scene as much as Qualissa. They don't. Hit the like button. Like not even Tokyo Tony. Child. Tokyo Tony.
don't even gotta do her shit the way Carlissa do. You know? But I will say this. Tokyo Tony is an OG. You know, it is. She is. It is what it is. She an OG. You know what I'm saying? So, for real, Tokyo shouldn't have to do nothing that Carlissa does right now. You know, cause when it comes to like being around and being in the game and being in the industry and stuff like that, what's college is a vet. Uh, 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 uh. What's college is a vet. She should be able to walk on water and not get wet. Ha! Shout out to that. Yeah, baby, you see what I did? My baby at? My baby at? Baby, is you listening to me? You know, but yeah, she a vet. Tokyo is a vet. So with that being said, because I'm sure I'm gonna save myself some of this ground meat gonna be good like this. Yeah, just a little ski taste. I'm just gonna save myself a little ski taste, especially because my pie. I didn't know if I wanted to put this in the crock pot or not. I just didn't feel like cranking it up today. This is what it is. So I took a what's the call it? And you know, I took a risk on it, and it just seems like, you know, my stuff is full, pretty full. But anyway, ooh. So, you know, as far as Carlissa wanting to sleep with Blueface, it don't give that to me. It don't. I don't even think it gives that to Blueface. I don't. I think honest to God truth, I think Blueface reads the comments, and I feel like he done read that comment over and over again. Shit, they used to say that even before he went to jail. So with that being said, I just feel like it was something that he hit his mama with, and let's talk about why. Lately, I feel like she been getting on his nerves a little bit, and so the people read the tweet that he said, "Mom," this is what he told his mama yesterday. "Mom, we could never sleep together. We could never lay down together. I'm not into that. I'm your son, and you're not my type and all of this, right?" So people was like, "Oh Lord." He was like, "What made him say that?" But like, so that's what the blog who posted it first had put. But they didn't put all of everything that he said. And basically he said that something about her getting into his personal life. And that's basically what it is. Two things. When Blueface ain't got no good sense though. He ain't got no good sense, because I don't care what the internet said. I would have never repeated that to my mama under no circumstances. So please believe. I ain't making no damn excuses for it. I'm just trying to tell y'all why I think he said it. Period. So, two things. Okay, so the girl, comments was swirling online, and rumors got to hit the internet streets that the girl is pregnant. And so, Carlissa said, we don't need no more uh, basically, bastard babies. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Carlissa did. She absolutely did. She a fool with it. She did. That's what she came out and said. In other words, like, nah, she ain't feeling that. She ain't feeling no new grandbaby, none of that. And so the girl responded and she was like, ain't no bastards in me, basically. And so that was that. And then next, Blueface show comes out. You know, like he's showing the girls that's gonna be on his show. And his mama is like, who picked these booger wolves? And she was saying, you know, that they was crazy looking and stuff. And what else she said? She said she was asking who picked them, and child, I can't remember what else she said, but she was basically making fun of the girls that's supposed to be on his show. So honestly, I think that was the last but not least straw. You know, for whatever reason, I think Blueface didn't like that. Now, I don't think that Carlissa meant no harm, really, though. You know, I don't. But I just think that she, you know, she speaks on her son's life so much that, like, she don't know what's gonna piss him off. She really don't understand his boundaries like that, you know? Because she was like, even though she did say, you know, like she was kind of saying she didn't approve of the way the girls looked, she also came back over the top with something like, almost like it was playful. You know, she was like I'm just playing, these girls gonna be chasing me down or something, you know, to that sort. But child, overall, I think he tried to embarrass his mama. Right, because he was embarrassed. You know, I think he didn't like his mama saying that the girls that he picked for his show was crazy looking. It just is what it is. But I don't know, because you just never know. You know how, y'all know how I be saying, Krishan, you know, basically I be saying that, like, you can manipulate the internet. There's that too. You know, there's that too. Because Blueface, he just, I don't know, he seems to, like, love trending. You know what I'm saying? I would say. And then he got his show coming out too. I can't explain it. I feel like it's all a numbers game, though. I do. I feel like it's all a numbers game. And, you know, it's like, it's just something about the internet where, like I was telling y'all, shit, it be seeming like a couple of breaks and somebody else got your spot, you know? Depending on what your spot is and whatever kind of spot you got. And y'all know Blueface called himself Mr. Internet, baby. When he got out, he said, Mr. Internet is back. So, you know, I think he just honestly loves being talked about, child. For real, for real. Keeping it all the way real. And so, I think, you know, he'll do some of the craziest shit. We already know that. Child, we talking about Blueface. And remind you, before there was a Blueface, there was a 6ix9ine. Damn, my beans fiance ready. Before there was a Blueface, baby, there was a 6ix9ine. And Child, I just thought about it. See, now I'm basically, wow. So Blueface can run him a couple of places, child. But yeah, let's see if my beans need to keep cooking. I can cut them out. You know what? I will say this. I think they can actually be cut off. These for now. And they eating all the time, so I can always crank them back up. Cause I just ate some and they seem ready. Now remember I told y'all I cooked these before, and last time they took so much longer getting done. I don't really know what to say about that, but anyway, try so. That's the scoop about that's the scoop on Blueface and his mama, child. That shit was a mess. I should have screenshotted what Carlessa said, what her response was. She wasn't feeling it. You could tell like it kind of hurt her feelings a little bit too. Almost like, you know, it's one thing for the internet to say that, but for you to say that, almost like, you know, like she was, no, like any parent in their right mind would feel like shocked. You know, like he done lost his damn mind, you know. Cause it's like this here. One thing about people, right? You be wanna like I can't explain it, but like you be hoping that people don't take it as far as they can go. Does that make sense? So that is shocking. A lot of people is like, what? Even though I feel like I feel like people didn't heard that before. But I feel like the same people that didn't heard that before was acting like they ain't never heard it before because Blueface said it, you know? Yeah, Carlissa saying kind of hurt. She did. And you know, Carlissa's married. So I bet you her husband would be like, what kind of shit did I marry into for real? Child. Y'all scoot up in here like a bumper car and hit the like button. But anyway, let's continue. So, and then, oh, it's warm. Let me find out. I need to cut this heater down or either off. Remember I told y'all I thought Chrisean was gonna pay Blueface some dust, but nah, I think things didn't work out between Chrisean and her little friend she had. So I think she backsliding a little bit. And I know Chrisean is probably a little hurt by him having a new girlfriend. Probably not all the way hurt because, like, you know, if like you gotta share Blueface. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Chrisean is the type of person that I already know is gonna be other girls around. So I'm sure her mind probably played tricks on her. Like, I can handle that. I don't really care as long as he this, as long as he that. Then the other part of her probably be like, hell no, I'm not strong enough for that, you know? Or I don't want to go through that. Let somebody else deal with that, you know? Because you got to be real money hungry, you know what I'm saying? To be able to deal with the stuff Blueface be wanting girls to deal with. It just is what it is. If you ask me, I don't care. I don't care. Even if they into women, like Jaden is. You see, Well, like what that mean? What that mean? Her being into girls too did not keep him. They like, nah. So, but yeah, Krishan got online apologizing yesterday. So I was like, oh Lord, please. I was like, girl, stand up like T.I. said. What the hell you doing? But I will say this, y'all. I kind of liked it. You know, I did. I kind of liked it, but this is the thing. With Krishan, I'm starting to learn. It's a pattern with her. She always apologizing. Well, let me say, this ain't the first time. I'm trying to let y'all go because my beans, why they hitting? Trying. I promise you, just like a young Clarissa Shields. They ain't got to hit like that. Yeah, they ain't got to fucking hit like that. Hey, 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 hey. I'm trying, speaking of boxing, I was up watching stuff late night and I forgot. I wanted to talk to y'all about something, but I didn't even, I don't even have it. Oh, that's what it was. But hold on, let me just say this right now. For the record, I got a boxing topic I do want to talk to y'all about before I go, cause I'm definitely I'm about to wrap this up, poop stars, cause I'm hungry. I didn't even know. You know, you just start tasting it. But anyway, what was I telling y'all? So yeah, Krishan got online. Excuse me, and she apologized to Blueface. She apologized to his mama. She apologized to Jaden. Shout out to Carlissa, cause Carlissa. Shout out to Carlissa. You know what I'm saying? She crazy. I'm not gonna call her crazy. You know, just for business purposes, right? But she a little seemingly hard to deal with, right? She irritating, right? She like a little net at a barbecue. She like a fly. Cause this is worse than a net. Yeah, no. That's like a fly at a barbecue. Miss Brother Girl. And so, child, that's crazy how life is. Why I just seen a fly? So it must be, I can't say it's the same fly from yesterday, but it probably is. But why I ain't seen him all day? So I just said, just like he said, somebody called, you called me? Goddamn shame. Anyway. Did I put my garlic back in the fridge? Carlissa. No, I didn't. So anyway, Carlissa, she got online immediately and was like, drop the baby off. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I didn't know my beans was still cooking. Oh shit. Beans still cooking and sticky. Wow. Oh, it's sticky. On a low heat. Good morning. But anyway, y'all, Carla said she'll keep the baby for Christmas, Who knows if Krishana take up on her alpha? I'm gonna say it like this too. You know, like Blueface was saying, Krishana gotta, you know, get to the point where she feel like, okay, I do want him to share this experience with me. You know, it just is what it is. Who knows how long that'll take her though? Because she said she love her baby. Like she want people to quit playing with her when it comes to her mother. And shout out to her and shout out to that. I feel like Krishan just addressed a lot of stuff, and I was proud of her too by the way she did it. Because if these people ain't gonna be paying you for your time and your stuff like that, then there's no need to go on no, you know, platforms and say what you gotta say unless you're gonna get some money. You know? But now it seems like earlier that day, right, she had ran into Black China. And I think Black China, honestly, I think Black China gave her some words of encouragement. You know? And I think something was placed on her heart to go ahead and, you know, try to make things right with Carlista and Blueface them. But like I said, I also think it had something to do with that girl supposed to be pregnant. I also think it had something to do with Krishan feeling like, you know, like I feel like she's going through the motions. You know, last week I think she was like, forget Blueface. My baby and I gonna be all right on her Beyonce stuff. You know, and this week I think she backsliding. She like, if you could just open the door. You know what I'm saying? Or even if you don't open up the door, fuck it. They're like, can we talk? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, show her Jodeci shit. Come and talk to me. Oh, baby, I really wanna, yeah, type shit. And so, and Blueface, y'all know, you know what I'm saying? He over there cuddled up with this new chick. You know what I'm saying? He tried to get up under another one to get over her. And he on his new edition shit. He trying to make the bitch stand around. You see? Yeah, child. So it's a mess. Get these people some jerseys. It's messy. Get them some jerseys at a soccer ball, child. It's messy. But what else is going on these internet streets? So I had those two topics, and then I had one more. Let me see. Come and talk to me. Oh, baby. Okay, so that's okay. And so I don't really have much to say about that, child. I gotta keep it real. I don't, because listen, up until today, I had never heard of Jordan Pauline, okay? But Jordan Pauline is, I'm hearing, don't quote me because I don't know. I have not done my research, like none. I have not. Like this story just landed in my lap today. But a young lady by the name of Jordan Pauline, who I'm hearing is a streamer, has come out and accused Talil of SA-ing her, okay? First of all, I think that's some really sad news, and I hope that you know, her healing begins to take place, you know, expeditiously. And I also hope that you know, whatever justice looks like to her is served, right? If it's all true. Now, and I did see before I came online, Talil said something, but I did not see exactly what Talil said. So this story will continue. But anyway, you know, like I said, it's unfortunate and it's sad. And I don't know all the details of it. So we're gonna spend a block on this one, but I will say, you know, I know Talia like to play and act like he be playing, talking about he is LeBron James' fourth child. He be calling himself Talia James. Talia, we're gonna need that back. We're gonna need it back. See, this is why you can't, you know. Oh yeah, let's talk about that, Miss Practical. This is exactly why. You know. Depending on how all of this go, we gonna need that back. We might need it back anyway because, yeah, we probably ain't even trying to play like that for real talk. But anyway. This story is to be continued because, like I said, I don't know much about either one of them. I know more. I know about Talia though, and from what I have seen and heard, he seems like a stand-up young man. So I really hope that you know, I won't say that. I just it's sad. You know, this news really saddened me. You know, you ever heard something you be like, man, no, for real. You know, that's the vibe. But anyway, people stars, let's move on. And let me talk about boxing. So I was watching T.O. The T.O. and the Shakur press conference. And let me just say, I don't know T.O. I've only seen clips of T.O. I don't even recall seeing them squabble, but maybe I have seen them squabble because I feel like I didn't see them prepare for fights. But like, no, long story short, I don't know much about T.O. Like I had, you know, yesterday I learned that he was 140 pounds. I didn't even know that. If you look at his face, he don't look like no 140 pounds. And y'all know how I feel about that. I was just telling y'all that just recently, like 140 for a man, that is so small. A man that's small. But yeah, so at the press conference though, T.O. was being weird to me. T.O. was being weird to me. Even to the point where I ended up saying, he acting like Ryan. He reminded me of Ryan Garcia. I said, let me find out. He better not be on that shit Ryan was on. It what it is. Because he was acting weird. But again, I don't know him like that. To say, you know, oh, this is how he always talk. No. And when I say acting weird, like he was making outbursts and saying shit that really didn't, you know, connect to what was going on and shit. You know, like every now and then he would say something like he was in the same room with everybody else. But for the most part, he seemed like he was in his own world, literally. Okay. Now, with that being said, like I said, I just took that little note and went on about my business. But it's crazy because I seen they had stopped Keyshawn. I was asking Keyshawn about it. And Keyshawn basically said He was like, I hate when y'all ask about our mental health because y'all don't really care. You know what I'm saying? He was like, y'all do not care. And it was crazy. I think that man did a good job because, I would have been like, man, yeah, we do. But he didn't interrupt him. He just let him talk. And he was like, but he was basically saying he felt like T.O. in a good place. But he in a good headspace. So, I don't know. Again, maybe that's him, right? But, shit, I said all that to say, the fact that man asked that question means that I ain't the only one that thought he was a little off and acting a little loony during the press conference. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let the best fighter win. I know his daddy was up there talking all that shit. And shout out to his daddy too, because I love a good shit talker. But he remind me of Ryan Daddy, but no, not, you know what I'm saying? Because Ryan Daddy got a mouth on him, child. Oh, Ryan Daddy got a mouth on him. You know what I'm saying? For real, and it's funny too, because I know sometimes them people be want to whoop the daddy, man, because even that's not funny. Even Shakur was telling he told T.O. Daddy, first he said, you can't fight. He said, but you can't fight. You can't fight for your son. That's what he said. He said, you can't fight for your son. That's what he told T.O. Daddy. And then he switched it up. He took it a step further and he said, but you can't fight. He said, not even for your son. Like, you can't fight. Just, you can't. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, yeah, I know I said it like that earlier, but now I'm saying your ass can't fight, period. That's so funny to me, child. But I know them daddy still up there talking shit. But I think my favorite back and forth was Bill Haney and Ryan Daddy. Child. A mess. But anyway, hold on, y'all, here I come. There's one more thing I want to say, and then I'm gonna wrap this up, y'all, like a present. Hold on. So listen to this. Okay, so they asked Keyshawn what he thought about that sanction fee, and Keyshawn was saying he don't agree with it. He ain't never really agreed with it. He don't understand why they gotta pay for their bail. And I agree with that. I think that's a little weird, but I also think that a lot of systems in place are weird, right? So I'm like, good for everybody just waking up and challenging them. That's all I can say. Now, I will say this though. In my hearts of our hearts, they've been bleeding them people for that money. They're gonna want to continue bleeding them for that money. I feel like they're not gonna go out without a fight. For real. No pun intended. They're not. They're not gonna just let them boxers say, oh, okay, so now we're getting rid of belts. But I do think the belts, the fees, I think it's all weird, because at the end of the day, y'all are charging, like Crawford, I think Crawford said he don't want to pay $300,000 for that belt. There's no way.
You know, I feel like y'all charging him $300,000 for his belt and what else? Because I bet y'all it didn't even cost y'all $1,000 to make that belt, probably. You know, so y'all just like y'all overly doing it. And I will say this though, I just feel like it's like it's not like it's like listen, it's like if you start giving somebody $5 every day for no reason, you just give it to them. Oh, I just like you. Here, $5. The minute you don't want to give them that $5 no more, it's gonna be a problem. Like that's how I feel about that. You know, I just feel like they not gonna make it easy for them to not pay it no more. I think they're gonna try to, you know, I'm trying to use my words carefully because y'all know how these platforms are, but like take it. You know what I'm saying? Basically, for real. Y'all know that bell stuff is something else too. And I agree with the boxers. 100%. I feel like the fees should be way, 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 way lower. And if the fees was way, 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 way lower, then I don't feel like you will be having this problem. And yeah, truth is, and now that you're having this problem, um, are you gonna think about lowering the fees in any way? Like, who knows, child? But maybe, the belts will be a thing of the past. I was just thinking though, cause the belts aren't they're not that important to the boxers. They're not. I just think the win is. So it's almost like getting AB honor roll and getting your little certificate and going about your day. I feel like the boxers probably would be cool with that. You know, as long as it's on some free shit. It just is what it is. I feel like they waking up. But at the same time, I think they're gonna try to do it a way where they'll be like, well, you'll never box again. Well, not like literally, but like I think they're gonna try to like force it. Be more forceful about it then. Or I'll take it a step further. They might get slick and start, do it another way. Basically give the same amount of money, but just start doing it another kind of way. Like, who knows? It's gonna be interesting to see what happens with this, though. But yeah, Poop Stars, it's your girl Shay Renee. I'm getting a little sleepy. I haven't had much, time to myself for today. So yeah, it is what it is. Plus, child, it ain't much going on in these internet streets, but y'all know what I'm gonna say. Child, sometimes I like it like that. Like Bad Bunny said, it just is what it is, child. Give a girl some time to think. Child, it is what it is. Take a bath. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I'm talking about for the people who just get, just really might need help touching grass, because it is what it is. Online is like a whole nother world, almost. It is. It's almost like a whole nother world, whole nother life. Almost. You know what I'm saying? For most of us, right? And so, I don't know. It's like we dip in and out. You know, it's really similar to like playing a video game or something. You know what I'm saying? The internet is like a virtual world, and we be on there a lot. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, which actually, which leaves less room for our real life. You know what I'm saying? So,
Y'all know what it is. Y'all know hey. Y'all know I'm still learning to balance it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning to take breaks. I'm still learning to you know, just find extra time. Squeeze in extra time for me, y'all. Period. That's just what that is. Yeah, shout out to Sean David Way, baby. I said that's just what they were. Okay. So anyway, y'all, it's your girl Shay Renee, and I want to welcome everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming through. Period. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see y'all on my next video. Bye, y'all.